nofo soaps. And one of the questions was, why did you start a soap business? And quite frankly, a couple years ago, we were just really broke. We both needed jobs, and a bunch of things happened in 2012. It was awful, but I still wanted to have freedom because these guys. I'm a grandmother, and I wanted to be able to go very picky with my grandkids. So I did not want the standard 9-to-5 job anymore. Although that's funny, because when you have a soap business or any business, you do end up 9-to-5, don't you? Really? It's just that I could still go and do the things that I really love to do. So that was important to me. So the question is, what should we do? What could I do? And so I had a dream, and this is true. I had a dream that I was making lavender soap, which I love lavender soap. And so I remembered that dream in the morning. And then on Facebook, there was a friend from Florida who said, I'm going to make soap today. And I said, that's it. I'm going to be a soap maker. And that just sort of started the whole thing. And so I just, for a couple of months, and really I did for a few months, just really studied how to make soap. So I look at soap making sort of like these crafts here. Here's a master who is brewing, and you've got your chefs. Because you still have to follow a recipe. You have to pick your good ingredients. You need to have it at temperature. You have to be very precise. And these guys are very precise. We have to be precise, or else we're going to have a disaster. You're dealing with soap, you're dealing with lye, and so you can really have third-degree burns. So anyway, so you really, so anyway, that's why I kind of like it when I.
What store?
Now, this is me making soap. No, that's not me making soap, but this is how it was done a long, long time ago. And this is really very similar to people who make homemade soap today. It's not that dissimilar because we're very different from store-bought soap, but we'll get into that later. But this was the hardest chore on any farm from everything that I've read about. This chore here of making soap. And what they would do is every fall, this is when you each of your animals, this is when you get ready for the winter, you would make soap out of the fat from the animal, you cook it down in the pot, and the lye that they used was not real lye, it was, they would get it from wood ashes. They would take ashes from the fireplace and literally run water through it, collect the water from it, run it through it again, and run it through it again. And then it would have a butter flavor, really strong, acidic little base water. It was made of it. So then you pour it, she's pouring it into the fat, and then it would a lot of clumps and makes it. So then they would pour the molds and they cut it and cure it. Very similar to this. So, but it's a hard process. So, again, we were talking about why. Why did I want to do soap? What was important about soap? You go to the grocery store, buy it so much easier. It smells good. It makes lots of bubbles. It doesn't leave a ring in the tub. But these are my granddaughter daughters. They live in Netflix. And they have very sensitive skin. They burn very easily. And they have freckles. They're so cute. But anyway, they're a demonstration of why the function of the skin is important. And I'm bringing this stuff up because this is why homemade soap is better than store soap. So here's the function of the skin. I'm going to just talk about a few of them. They're hot because we were making blueberries. And so our skin is a heat regulator. And so when they're sweating, our capillaries in our skin open up, sweat, and the heat of our body actually will evaporate that sweat. And so that's important. It's the first line of protection on your skin. Our skin, healthy skin, keeps us from getting bacteria. I mean, we get dirt on our hands all the time that you wash our hands and get it off. It doesn't penetrate through your body, so it's not the largest organ of the body is our skin. But then the other thing that I wanted to mention was it's water resistant, so water doesn't skin and absorption. absorption is important because that's how a nicotine patch will absorb in, do what it's supposed to do. But here's the danger with straight excerpts. Yes, okay, here's a bar soap that we used to use. In fact, I called it soap, didn't I? That's wrong. It's not soap. If you look at the government standard, that is not soap. It's called a detergent bar. So you will not call it soap. You will call it a Dove beauty bar. You will call it a deodorant bar, which you will not call it soap. Soap has to be made with certain things. It has to be made with oil and has a base and a base in it. Yes, that's it. And so, anyway, I could not find those ingredients on a bar of soap. You can't find that on the packaging. It's not required. So I had to go to the Department of Food Services to get the list of Zest. That's in Carolina, because I'm telling her, I'm never use this on So there's a list of the ingredients. Now, some of them are not scary. There's a lot of them that we use. There's coconut in there, palm oil, various things. But the ones I want to point out is the third ingredient, triclosan, and a little farther down, potassium monosulfate. And the triclosan is the stuff that they put in, soaps that are antibacterial, that would be so wonderful for our children to use. It is not. And it's not good to have in your soap at all. And researchers have found that that kind of stuff is a, what do you call it, like an endocrine inhibitor, but whatever it is, it affects the thyroid. It also can change estrogen and testosterone levels in men. So it's really a bad thing to have. Also, the sodium borate, which is what they have it also because it makes wonderful bubbles. And here's some children that are just, look at them, they're having a blast and all these bubbles. But the bubbles are this chemical, and that they know, researchers have found that it really can actually go through the skin, and it affects their eyes. Now, it's not affecting your eyes because they get soap in your eyes, but because it actually can go through your system and it affects the children's eyes. So those are two ingredients that are there. Anyway, that list earlier was from 2 years ago when I found this. This is what it's today. This is today's list, and this is a part that cracked me up. We don't use triclosan. Don't use it because it's really very noisy. So they don't have it in any of these products. The other thing that cracked me up is carefully crafted. And when you hear that, I think of somebody who really can make these things. Doesn't it sound good? So I just thought it shows how the homemade soap making industry has really influenced and put pressure on the big soap companies. And because I think they're losing money and a lot of people are learning that these things are bad, so they change it. So that's so we make soap, and this is how we make it. We have here our oils. This is we've got a little bit bigger now, so now our containers are more like 5-gallon ones. That's my husband. Oh, wait a minute. Why are you there? You're not supposed to be there. Okay, so let me just get back. I'm taking a second here. That's what looking at me. Well, okay. I guess part of the question that we had was if we were going to do soap, and lavender soap is nice, but how do we stand out amongst the rest? Because after studying soap, I realized that it is a flooded market, and I had not realized that. So there are tons of soap. So how do we stand out? So that's what we're going to tell you. So this is our oils. We decided we really did like to be certified organic oils. Not all of them can be because they're so astronomical. But palm, coconut, and those top ones are, and then we have natural oils, which means they're not certified organic. And so those are the colors. So we decided, let's, how do we stand out? Well, we thought, okay, it was just about, we had 1 month before St. Patrick's Day. We thought if we make your soap, maybe that would work. And we could sell it up at Ocean View. And so that was my husband mixing rye with beer, because that's what you need to do, make a solution. Then in that pot there, we have all our oils that are melted down. And now, okay, so we're pouring it in there and you mix it. It gets real thick and then we pour it into the mold. Then we wait about 24 hours and then you cut it. That's Natalie, she's cutting. So that thing looks like it's got tar strings and you just push it down and it cuts a hole in the So, and cheese. So think that like cheese, you have to cut it and then you have to cure it. So the longer it sits on the shelf, it's actually better. The more moisture comes out, so you have a nice part. So this is how you sell beer soap. Take a little bit, yeah, a basket of beer soap to sell. We walk around Ocean View and say, that's exactly what happened. And at that point, we knew we had something going. So we decided, this was a quote from Sam. He put that on Facebook the other day. And it's telling us that because she was talking so much about my past, but where we're going in the future. So, anyway, so since we decided that beer might be the route to go, I started visiting breweries. This is O'Connor's. They're the first ones who gave us what we call short fills. It's a bottle of beer that didn't quite fill up to the top, so they cap it and put it in a box for me. And so that worked out very nicely, so we started doing that. Then went to Smart Mouth. That's a photo bomb. Look, there's Senator Warner over there in the middle. And so nofo soap's got in there. I thought that was pretty good. And there's Porter. So Porter has been behind us in doing this venture. And they sometimes just give us the beer soap in a beer free, or we get some short fill cans. Then we went up to Albert's. Actually, I have found that if you go to one of these steal the pint things that they have sometimes in the fall, that's a good time to meet these people. And so that was where we met a guy from Albert's at a steal the pint. And then so we started making beer. Yeah, they have a hop plant right out in front of their place, and that's what hops look like. They look like little tiny honeycombs, but they're very soft and gooey. And so then I am picking them, and I actually do put them in our syrup. And here's the big one. This is Devil's Backbone. So we met them at a Steal the Pint here at the Cure. And no, it was at Public House. And so we became friends with them. And so here they were giving us this was another function, but we got to go there and have a really nice tour. They gave you a 1 minute gold and a lager right out of the, yeah, that was good. So we make lots of soap for them. That's worked out very nicely. I mean, hundreds of bars of soap, so that's really good. Then we thought, okay, let's just go to these places and see how it goes. We went to Legend, and they gave us beer. Hardywood, they gave us some beer. I was telling someone about sometimes it's difficult once you make contact with the people. The guys are great, but sometimes your women who are on the other end of the marketing part, like contact this person, she will set up an appointment. We don't hear from them. This is one of our biggest problems, is getting through the door of the unless you're actually talking to the guys behind the scenes. They're all for it, then it's hard to do. Now, we were challenged by Pendulum, which is in Flint. It's a called Fine.
I have voted.
They say that they took tallow, and of course their tallow meat would be, or tallow fat would be grass fed. That's beef, so the fat would be healthier. And instead of being soap out of your fat. Well, I'm telling you, that's some of the best soap you ever make is out of olive oil.
I don't know.
So anyway, that was a fun challenge.
What's the percentage of fat to bar in that? Like, when someone gives you something, what's the percentage? Does it change from a beer to a fat or whatever they're giving? Like, what's the percentage of how much of it is actually so?
If we do
The beer
1,000
becomes
ounces,
lye when you put Mango lye in it, and that water substance is about, what you're asking, so it's only
Or any numerical value of it? Like, how much of it is actually? When you say it's a beer sub, how much beer is actually?
Ounces of fats. We're using what, 33
33 ounces.
ounces of beer.
Wow,
or
so a large
water,
amount.
or wine, or
So 25% of the total meal is beer with the lye in it.
Wow.
So, that's really, and then the last bison, everybody know the last bison?
Yep.
Chesapeake? Okay, we make soap for them. So
Awesome.
it's really fun, they sell it at the concerts, tour around, there's Chuck, it's, you know. I put Chuck up there because he contacted us, he liked the whole idea. And then, we do the wine, so for, up in Long Island, New York, that's, in my area. So we go up there and that's, okay, we made this beautiful display. And we did our first craft show this fall. And the neat thing about that was Chesapeake Bay Foundation came up to us and asked us if they could buy some of our soap for their corporate gift basket. So them. And then we had the idea of why don't we make seaweed soap for them. So they're going to let us have their logo, and they said they can't sell it. They have a local store, so we're going to sell it for them, and then give a percentage to them. So the only thing I have to make sure is I'm actually getting the stuff from Chesapeake Bay. So, and that would be the stuff here called sea lettuce, which is all over the place. We went up to the beach the other day when it started to snow. It was so cold, but you could already see that some of the stuff was, coming and washing in. So that is going to be exciting. One of the things that I would like to do is, I don't know if you call it upcycling, but like if you're using beer that can be sold, fat that can be done with, so you make some seaweed, which is, this can be a way to promote or bring attention to the Chesapeake Bay and the problems we're having here. And the other thing is true, which is the stuff that comes down to the bottom of a filtering tank in beer. You have all your grain that settles to the bottom, and they usually will take that and give that to animals on farms. But I understand they're going to hate it because it's bitter and nasty. But beyond that is the stuff that's like silt. And some guy challenged me and said, you can figure out what to do with all that true, so you can make a lot of money. So that's in the back of my mind, is what to do with true, because it usually just washes away. So we did take some true, but we made it actually exfoliate, put in some soap.
Now, is the true like the backwash that they're getting rid of, or because I know a lot of breweries they, I wish someone here who owned the brewery was going to say this, so I don't feel like I depleted it. But there is a large percentage of the entire barrel that is not used; it's wasted, and they kind of put it in the backwater and send it out. Is that the true? Is that what you're saying?
That is. If that stuff really settled down, then it's going to be like silt, fine silt like.
It's kind of like the solid
And
waste
I keep
beer
thinking,
process.
of the Egyptians, and the Israelites. They had to make bricks with straw. I keep thinking, is there something we could do with true, because when it hardens, it's like hard as water.
Well, every brewery has that, right? So that might be a way.
And I don't even know if there is somebody who knows what to do with true, but I keep thinking we could make pavers or bricks or something.
Let's try it. Well, you got the spit beer grain on the top, which is what they take out to give to the animals, and then the bottom part's about true.
Yes.
What is the percentage of that? I hate to interrupt your presentation.
No,
what is the percentage of that true that you can actually use for an exfoliating bar? Do you know? Is it like a little minimal, or is
it's about a tablespoon per pound.
So not much.
No.
Yeah.
So I've used it in soap just because it's fun and you could say upcycling, but I just feel like there's an industry out there that could do something. But it was my idea. Well, at least I want a piece of something. Okay, so that's kind of where I see ourselves going in the future, is doing stuff with recycling. And then there are these guys, and so I kind of look at it like there's two different kinds of people. Your store bots and your homemade. So it's like your Mac and your PC guy. Which one are you? This is our tagline. Soap should be awesome because that is true. Why if you're using soap every day, shouldn't it be awesome? Shouldn't it be beer or wine or green tea or whatever we put? Soap should be awesome. That's okay.
Are you working on a line that actually cleans while you're drinking?
And then if you are a store-bought type, please don't do this to your children.
I was going to ask you. I guess this is safe. That's safe with your soap. You do that.
Oh yeah, I guess you could.
It still tastes that.
It's a big market.
At least you won't get so poisoned. I'm throwing those out there because this is some of the things that I don't know. Just kind of look at that list. You don't have to do anything with it. I just wondered if there's anything in there that stands out like, oh my, I could never use that because it's got fragrance on it. Or vegan, so I could never use that. You had a question?
Well, for Christmas, I got a bar of beef tallow that you made. So my wife loves your soaps, and she loves things like that, and I loved it too because we really like Pendulum. But how do you do it? How do you make it so anytime I've ever rendered any fat from, it smells like beef, but I thought it was going to smell like beef, and it didn't, and I was amazed. But it was great stuff. It was great. I need another bar because I just used it up.
Oh, well,
You do? Okay, maybe I'll buy it.
But what they do, they render it. They make sure there's no protein left in it at all.
Okay.
So it smells because there's still little bits of beef in it. The protein rots.
And they make sure that
When it's fully rendered, the protein's gone. It's just fat. It's beautiful.
It looks like
clear, pure white.
Crisco, pure white,
Yeah.
hard as rock. It was you had to stick a knife in and break it up. But that's what really nice tallow will do. And this, just smell it. Just
Pass it around.
There you go. That's pretty much it. But,
Is there a shelf life to your product since it is organic?
that's a good question because I have no preservatives in them. If you stay away from certain oils, you're less apt to have spoilage. Sunflower, safflowers tend to spoil. Olive oil keeps, so, and that's good.
Once it becomes soap, you don't have to worry about the oil.
Yeah,
It's not oil anymore. It's not lye anymore.
Well, I was just thinking when you store it for a long period of time. So
yeah,
it's-
I think they get a little stale. It's not, it's more that than anything.
It's still usable and it's still soap.
Yeah.
It may just not smell as good as it did when you first bought it. It's the essential oils that kind of seep out over time.
If you use essential oils and they're natural, they will fade in for a while. They just do. Fragrance oils will last forever, just like a store.
I was just curious. 'Cause there's
No, yes.
Products.
Yeah. It's, believe me, I usually recommend people not to use them right away to keep them in the drawer.
What's the price? How do people find them?
Oh, yes. We have a very bad website, which we're taking down. So that's because we're not technical, and so we realize that this thing has been up there and it's got all this wrong information, and so we're taking it down to try to build a new one.
This is
We'll figure it
this
out.
is
Yeah. Tell them stories.
Put a help in a room
Oh,
if you need one.
stores. Norfolk Fair Trade, which is just around the corner. Green Life Adventure Sports. Because what we like to do is kind of put their logo on it and make a soap that's kind of designed for them.
We need a hatch one.
I would do it. I would do, if you want to hatch one, I'll do it.
It smells like salt.
No.
Smell like what? Sawdust?
It's like your soaps don't smell like beer.
Or dog.
People think it's gonna smell like beer. It doesn't. There's soap samples back there, if you would like one. I just, they're little end pieces, we don't even know what they are, so we don't even know. Yes, sir.